Hello and welcome to the first PTU report of this year. Well, of 2023, even though it's 2022, but the patch is coming out in 2023. So it's Wave 1 PTU 318 is currently running, and I have done some extensive testing, and let me roll the intro and let's talk about it.
Hello, my name is Grumpy.
Right, before we start, let me say this. I am doing these tests during my streams every day, almost every day, on YouTube. I'm only streaming on YouTube. So if you want to get notified and if you want to watch one of these streams, hop into my community Discord, also subscribe, of course, but you should hop into my community Discord because everybody's welcome. The link is down in the description. And yeah, you're going to get notified twice. If YouTube fails, you're going to see the notification there on Discord. And yeah, you will never miss my streams. Also, on Sunday, I made a video on what to expect from 318, and I encourage you to watch it. It's gonna be like here somewhere, and I encourage you to watch it because then you will know what I'm talking about in this video. But now let's talk about the biggest changes that we got in ages, and I kid you not, most of them are really good. Firstly, as I stated in that video, there were some major changes to the shields, and all of the shields will only scrub off a small percent of the damage dealt by the ballistic weapons. And so the ballistic weapons are seriously overpowered at this point, especially the ADB Gatling guns that can be found on the Redeemer, and of course the Gatling that could be found on the Inferno is OP as well. I mean, you can see in these clips how long it takes to kill a sub-capital sized ship with the Inferno. Now this is a test environment, so in a real fight, in real life, it won't be as easy to keep your gun on the target for that long, but nevertheless, it is still stupidly overpowered, and I'm so mad that CAG wouldn't let me exchange my Ion to an Inferno when I asked them politely. Now, of course, light and medium fighters also pack a big punch with the ballistics, especially if we take into consideration that the velocity of smaller sized weapons is much higher than the ones found on the Redeemer and the Inferno. So you will be more accurate, but you get less ammo. But even with that, you can see that my arrow with 2 size 2 Gatlings has destroyed an Inferno with dual size 2 shields in a matter of seconds. And yeah, like I only had the default weapons on the arrow, like if they were size 3s, it would probably do more damage. But Jesus Christ, this is OP.
Target friendly.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Dude,
Wow.
my shields only got to 41, like out of 50. Like you took off only 9% or 9 whatever
Oh
before
my
it blew up.
god, that's disgusting, dude. That is honestly disgusting. So when I said in the last video that the ballistics are the new meta, I didn't really know that they will be this overpowered. Honestly, I don't know if this is good or bad because I love the fact that the fights will resolve much faster now, but also when you take into consideration that it takes a while to prepare for a fight and that, for example, miners and cargo haulers are not really into fighting and that they will get deleted in a matter of seconds without even a chance to fight back, I'm scared that this will be nerfed in one of the next patches. But this is not the only thing that is overpowered. Distortion's got a big buff too. As I've stated in the video that I talked about at the start of this video, the distortion damage does not stack anymore after the ship reaches the point where it shuts down. But once your ship turns off, you will be off for a long time. And I mean, it's long. And you can see the timer. It is actually 5 minutes. It's so fucking long that it's just like pointless. Like if you don't get boarded, you're gonna get bored. It's just that long. It's 5 minutes. It's just stupid. Like I don't really understand why do we need this when we have soft death, but yeah, like whatever. And yeah, you can hear that I'm just talking over this section just so you can see the whole timer, even though this is sped up 5 times and it's still fucking long and it's stupid. And I don't even know what to talk about anymore. I should probably talk about my patrons because they're amazing. If you want to be a supporter, you have the join button on YouTube. You have my Patreon is down in the description. So if you want to support me, like there's 2 ways to support me. There's also a 3rd way, the merch store. You should check it out. All the merch is like done by me. And all of it is just funny and nice, and people are telling me that it's high quality, but I'm still waiting on my shipment for 2 fucking weeks. But yeah, Yeah, I don't know, like, should I talk about spoons? Okay, there we go. And yeah, we're good now. Like, come on, like, CAG, this was like sped up 5 times. Why do we need this? Like, we have soft death already. I will be dead. If anybody wanted me dead, I will be dead by now. Now, the next interesting thing I wanted to talk about is the soft death mechanic. I love it. I adore it. It's amazing, but there's an issue. And if you don't know what soft death is, that only means that you didn't watch the video that I mentioned in the start. And like, I'm getting really pissed off by your behavior. And yeah, just go talk to the principal, go to the principal's office and just like, no, I don't want to see you anymore. But anyway, once your ship enters the soft death state, the ship loses its power. You can't interact with the seats and you cannot bedlog. And it is as amazing as it was advertised. And it is going to incentivize boarding a lot. But there's an issue. CAG made it so you lose your gravity generator once you enter the soft death state, which is realistic and all, but the EVA mechanics are so bad that I would honestly love it if they kept the gravity inside our ships at least until we get EVA Tier 2. Because the current EVA model is so janky that I will be scared to board ships, because once you touch a surface, your character goes into a spin and you tend to get lost for a couple of seconds, which will probably result in you losing the fight because the game will push you into a line of fire of other players or something like that. So I would love to see gravity in ships until we get EVA mechanics that are not as janky as the ones that we have right now. Also, remember Xenothreat? Boarding ships during Xenothreat was so fun, especially because we had gravity on those ships. Now, once your, let's say, cargo ship goes from soft dead to dead, and I guess that's a technical term now, the SU boxes that were inside of it do not clip through it like it was shown in the ISCs prior to 318 being released to the PTU. Instead, they remain in the ship and just some of them tend to no-clip out of the ship. And that makes it nice looking and super immersive as well. And now you can see why having a caterpillar is great, because you can just park it next to the wreck and have your guy stand in the side doors and load the whole ship up in a matter of minutes. Salvage also got big changes since its first introduction to the game, like a couple of days ago, and CAG actually listened to me and the community. The biggest concern was that it didn't matter if you were in a vulture or a reclaimer because you would earn the same amount of money per minute. The second concern was that the earnings were so low that you shouldn't even bother salvaging. The third issue was that the area that your beams would affect was too small, and it was just boring trying to scrape for 10 minutes to get a single SU box of RMC. And CAG actually responded to those concerns by giving us more materials per minute and making the beams a lot wider than they were. And on top of that, the beams on the Reclaimer are twice or maybe 3 times as wide than the ones that you can find on the Vulture. So you basically scrape a larger area per minute and you get more materials per minute. Now, I'm still concerned that even with these changes, Salvage isn't really profitable enough, at least the Tier 0 implementation that we have right now, and that they made it too tedious instead of it being skill-based. I understand that they wanted to incentivize team play, but it's just dumb that the future ships that are made 500 years from now don't even have a conveyor belt or a mechanism that would sort out your salvaged materials. Okay, listen, they don't even need to sort those boxes out. It's okay if CAG gave us, like, I don't know, let's say 8 SUs for free, after which we would need to sort them out to unclog the dispenser. Or let's say the Reclaimer maybe gets 16 SU per turret for free, and then you need to unclog the dispenser so it can like continue running. Because let me tell you this, it is not fun being the guy on the turret, but it's even less fun and engaging being the guy in the back that's just like sorting out the boxes, and it's just tedious, and it's just like, come on guys, like it's 500 years in the future, we have spaceships, they're flying, they're like having beams to scrape shit, and we don't have conveyor belts in our salvage ships, and like it's the main thing, because like you can't do salvage if you do not have the conveyor belt running? Like, why don't we have a conveyor belt or something that's gonna sort things out? And on that topic, if we need to have a tractor beam, like a multi-tool with a tractor beam at all times, why don't we have those spawn in our ships every time we spawn our ships? Because you do get a salvage attachment with the vulture and the reclaimer. Like, you can go to the dispenser and just like create one, but you can't create a tractor beam multi-tool, and that's the thing that you need inside the reclaimer. You don't need a salvage tool, like you need a tractor beam, and that's it. So I don't really understand this mechanic. I think it's like just like, I don't know, an oversight, and I would love to see this fixed. Now, there is a weird thing happening with salvageable ships, and let me play you 2 clips from my streams so you can understand it. So since you're in the vulture, tell me, do you see like the green zones on my Hercules?
It's all coming up as red zones at the moment.
Everything is red?
Everything's red.
You want me to...
Yeah, just destroy me.
Okay.
And then tell me if we're getting any green zones now.
Yeah, we are. So the back end of your ship, the first section is green.
Okay.
The middle section is red, and your front section is red. But it actually, depending on where I'm pointing, so I can point at your front screen and it goes yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's your door. That's your I'm upside down. I'm upside down. Yeah, so your door's yellow, back end's green. Ooh, that was a big boom.
That was very impressive.
Yeah.
And it's split
Wait, I survived?
into
No, I'm dead. Okay.
3 sections, 4 sections, well, 3.5 sections.
Everything's green now.
Everything is
Nice.
Everything's
That's
Okay,
weird.
so you really want to blow. This is something good to know. So to get the maximum value, you need to blow the shit up first.
green. Yeah.
Wild.
Isn't
you
that
dead
a
or alive?
bug though? Like, I would assume that that's a bug. I honestly think that this is a bug, and I believe that it needs to be addressed. If you don't know, the areas that are highlighted green will give you the biggest yield, and the areas that are highlighted red will give you the lowest yield. A yellow would be like something in the middle. So it's weird to see that a ship that is not completely destroyed gives you lower yield than the same ship after it explodes and breaks apart into several pieces. So CAG, please check this one out, because I don't know if it's intended, but it seems to be a bug, like it doesn't make any sense. So I think it's a bug, but what do I know? And in the end, let's talk about the best feature of 3.18, the persistent entity streaming. And I am not kidding here, it is the best feature. I have yet to drop a cup in the middle of the forest and come back to it just to find it still being there, but seeing the graveyard of ships that I made with my tests made me see that this is one of the best features that we actually really needed. And I have nothing else to say but like, good job CAG and good job Turbulent, because this is fucking amazing and I love every single bit of it. I'm just being honest here. Like, this made me feel like I'm playing a real game now. And the fact that you can salvage some of those ships or all of those ships in the graveyard that I made, it just makes the game super immersive. And yes, you can make some money, but yeah, it's just super immersive and it actually feels like you're playing a real game, honestly. Honestly, it does. It is like, I'm not gonna get super like excited about this because it is still buggy as hell, and it's probably gonna get released like, I don't know, February, March, and it's gonna be buggy as hell. It's gonna be the same Star Citizen experience as you always had with some additional features. But dude, like this, like it just looks good. I just like it. With that said, thank you for watching, and thank you to all my patrons for supporting the channel. If you want to support the channel, there's going to be a link down in the description of the video. It's a Patreon link. Also, you can support me by joining on YouTube and also Super Chat. No, this side, I always have my sides mixed up. So this side, Super Chat, here is the join button. You can support me there. And also I have merch, and all of the merch is done by me. And if you want to get something in return, if like the videos and the streams are not enough, if you want to get something more in return, you can go and check out my merch store. It's down in the description of the video. And all of the prints and all of the designs were done by me. Most of them are funny. I mean, all of them are somewhat funny. And if you go there, you're probably gonna find something for you that you're gonna wear, and the guys that bought the merch tell me that it's really, really good, like it's real good quality. I have yet to experience it because Serbian customs is just like a pain in the ass, and yeah, they asked me for my whole family's ID. Like, it's just, it doesn't matter, but it's so stupid, and I'm still waiting on my merch, and I was the first one to fucking order it. But if you want to check it out, merch store link, and yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching again, and don't forget to bring a towel when you're traveling to space, and mwah, bye.